Welcome back to Twin Elms Park for the NACRA Rugby Sevens Championships on Rogers TV. Pierce Higgins here is the commentator, along with Rob Turk and Fred Aslan. Well, gentlemen.
Hello, how are you? We're right back into it for a great game against USA Jamaica.
Ready to go with the start of the game, kickoff.
We can expect a lot
by
of speed
USA.
from this Jamaican team, but obviously USA being favorites in this. We'll see how the first game for both these teams today.
Luke Hume with the ball. Nice pass by Luke Hume. He's still running with the ball, number 6. Yeah. Chase down, making hard work. Over to number 4 for a score. First try of the game, Shalom Shilua
10 seconds in.
United States.
10 seconds in already, first try. Nice.
Fred, that was a quick start for the USA.
Yep. I'll be honest, Pierce, it was quite expected. You know, they also want to be setting the tone. It's their first game of the day. The pitch is dried up. You know, the ball's going to be dry. It's actually a good time to start the day. So Luke Hume here, that great straight arm, nice little offload for a nice try.
Scored by number 4, Shalom Suniula.
Nice try by Shalom, the captain.
Nice kickoff there by USA, taken on there by number 11. Beautiful taken, Colin Hawley. Intercept there by Jamaica. They return now. The first opportunity for Jamaica. Fortunately, the ball is an earned pass, forward pass, and the referee has decided to, little indecision there. Here we are. We have a scrum, in fact, to the USA.
We can be expecting here a quick ball from the USA here. They're going to keep the pace of the game high. They get these Jamaicans tired early, so they can get them out of the game. So
just
ideally,
a word on our officials today. Our referee is Brian Archiero from Canada, assistant referee Chris Asmus from Canada, and Mike Kelly from USA.
All right, there it is.
Nicely taken by USA, and again, moving the ball out to the wing, out to number 4, out to number 12, Makaufa, and right around the Jamaican coverage.
First face try right there, straight from the scrum, out to the wing. Nice and simple for the US here.
And again, right under the post, so it'll be a simple conversion that will bring the game to 12 points to 0.
Nice easy conversion right in front of the post here.
The conversion, I think, taken by number 12, Maka.
Successful conversion by Team USA. Again, number 4, Shalom Suniula. On the try scored by number 12, Maka Yunufa.
Big advantage here when the kickoff, Fred, when the USA kickoff really high. They've received and recovered both kickoffs so far.
Yep, definitely, and that's obviously a goal on these games from these top teams. They have to do the set plays properly, and that's definitely been done properly by the US so far. Mistake-free rugby.
Team USA leads 14-0.
Penalty to Jamaica.
Yeah. Offside at the kickoff, Jamaica, and the referee Brian Achero played advantage.
Quick tap, not 10. Oh, took his eyes off the ball.
First mistake by USA there, a knock on by their number 12. Jamaica have a decision here now. They're going to have. This will be a challenge for Jamaica now, the scrummaging. Whilst they play a bit of sevens in Jamaica, they don't have an awful lot of competition, and a lot of the work is internal club stuff, and they don't have outside teams very often in to test them, except within the Caribbean Championships.
Yep, definitely. They're really fast guys. You know, I think the handling needs to be worked on, and they're also great finisher, obviously with speed. Jamaica is full of speedsters. We know that with Usain Bolt in the Olympics. We can expect if one guy gets away, they'll be hard to catch.
And I suspect you mentioned the Olympics there. I suspect that as we get closer and closer, there'll be more interest in Jamaica because they'll see that this is a game that their fast players could easily play.
And they've
fast sprinters.
Yep, and they've had a lot of visibility in the Olympics, obviously, with their sprinters.
Bit of a driving, rolling maul there by USA,
fighting
digging
for
for the ball, and Jamaica killing it.
Turns over the ball, yeah.
Turned over the ball.
Oh yeah, they're going quick tap right in their own 22. Good job. Oh, again took his eyes off the ball.
Referee playing advantage in that knock on, and suspect he'll bring it back. Yes, he will. So there'll be a scrum inside the 22 for the USA.
You know that we found that apparently Jamaica has been finalist in the Caribbean Championship quite a few times against Guyana, but can't really win it. So obviously, if they make it to these finals, they've got a very talented team. You know, they've got a lot of experience in their coach too. That's been around for 25 years, 8 years coaching this side. So, you know.
Yeah, you're speaking of Conor O'Malley, and Conor has that experience as a player and as a coach. Yep. And the prize here for the Caribbean teams is the team that finishes third, the highest Caribbean team, will get an invite to the Hong Kong Sevens.
That's
what
right.
a prize.
Oh, that's a beauty. Anybody can experience that. It's definitely like a World Cup every year, basically.
Some good work again by number 6, Luke Hume, who seems to be all over the field for USA.
Very strong guy, good straight arm.
Number 2 there, Paloafu. Stepped in to take it.
Yep.
Again, it's a bit of a stop-start game because a lot of mistakes by the Jamaicans. Again, it's playing against a team as used to playing this level of sevens as the USA are. It's pretty difficult when you haven't had a huge amount of sevens in the lead up to it.
Definitely. USA, like you mentioned, you know, they've been on the full RB circuit. You know, they're gaining experience very quickly, and as we know, the pool base for athletes in the US is tremendous. So, you know, they're actually trying out quite a few young guys. You know, that's what you got to do. There you go. Side step right down the middle for under the post.
Luke Hume under the post for the USA.
Definitely a guy to be watched. You know, Luke Hume, maybe really an experienced player.
No question, and I think again we see, you know, the same thing in the United States. The huge interest there was in the Olympics in the USA this year as we come. There's a nice replay, and again unopposed under the post.
Quick step and straight up. You know, that's what I've seen. A lot of these fast guys are running. A lot of these fast guys are running sideways. You know, that you take away all your speed when you're running sideways. Make it easy for the defense. You know, some of these guys, like we've just saw Hume here, just step up and just slice it up down the middle.
Well, you and Rob, you as well, you're experiencing that in terms of playing sevens. It's a little different than playing 15s, isn't it? Especially with the open field.
On the try scored by number 6, Luke Hume.
So we have a 21-0 lead at halftime for USA. 3 tries, 3 converted tries. They've been close to the middle every time. They're obviously they've been preparing for this.
We haven't really seen the Jamaican side inside the USA half for this first 7 minutes, and I think that's the story of the game for Jamaica. It's all a learning curve. They've gone through some difficult times in Jamaican rugby, and they're just beginning now to come together and get their union back in shape again. And I think in a couple of years you'll see some much improvement in the Jamaican sevens team.
Some of the players we can mention here, I've got some info here. Carl Niles is a track star in the U.S. You know, it's been tried out on the sevens team. The U.S. is very open to. Oh.
You're listening in there a little bit to see here the Jamaicans as they talk about their plans for the second half. But you were mentioning USA and going forward. No question they'll be looking for bigger and better athletes as we approach Rio for the sevens. And unlike Canada have a big advantage. They're going to be playing in the full circuit going into the next one. Little bit of encouragement there from the Jamaican team to get themselves ready for this second half. A big challenge in front of them with 21 points down after the first half of 7 minutes. And that's the thing is going. Once you get a head of steam going, you get 1 or 2 scores. Very difficult for the defending team to come back unless they got somebody in reserve they bring on at half-time.
Special weapon, like we call them.
But I don't think we have seen many changes even for Jamaica in the second half. So about to get underway the second half of this game here at Twin Elms. Brought to you by Rogers TV.
There it is.
Taken by number 4 for USA, Shalom Seinua, the captain. Number 2 with the ball now for USA, Mike Palafu. Quickly back, scrum half 6 again. Number 6 all over the field again, Mike
Zach
Hume.
Dest with the ball here. He's to be watched. A lot of experience, Zach Dest. Yeah, there you go. A little offload to Unufe. Maka Unufe again. Is that his third? I think it's his third try in the game.
And
Second
then
or third try.
not only gets over the line, but makes the effort, the second effort, to make it easy for the conversion. So an easy 7 points right in the middle of the post. You see it here in the replay again. See the nice off step by number 6, Hume.
Look at the smarts with Zach Dest here. Just takes his time.
There he is.
Doesn't just pin him back. Waits for his support.
Looks
Great
around,
offload. I mean,
looks around for support. Doesn't need it because Jamaicans are not really following up in goal. So
yeah. They're basically at this moment, Jamaica's chasing the ball too much. You know, the defense has to be more sound, and like I mentioned earlier, a little blanket.
By Team USA. Number 4, Shalom Suniula. On a try scored by number 12, Maka Yunufa.
again, the captain successful with the conversion for USA.
Shalom Suniula.
Making a few changes here, USA. You also have to be smart managing your team, you know, and then these tournaments.
Now that ball was straight into touch by the USA in the kickoff. A rare mistake means they give over possession now to Jamaica on the halfway line. The referee indicating a free kick to Jamaica, and they have several options. They can run it, and try and get down the field and get it into touch and get a line out, but you don't see that very often in sevens.
No, I'm really impressed with the USA skill level right now. They haven't made too many mistakes. They're really sharp, like we say.
They decide to run it. Nice effort here by Jamaica. Jamaica number 2.
Jamaica putting themselves under pressure here. Still holding on to the ball. Like to see them run here. Have a go at things.
If you could get a break and get a loose man, they have a couple of flyers. Andrew Fong is number 1, but if he can get loose at all, he can. Great pressure by the USA. Again, USA number 8 right in there in the pressure. Jack Halizo.
Managing to keep the ball, but a lot of scrambling along here. If they can get away, they might have a chance. There you go, relieve a bit of pressure. Nice sidestep. Nice spot tackle here by USA.
That's a poor pass from that winning. They won the ruck, Jamaica, but a poor pass back, putting their attacking players under pressure.
Here we go. Had an overlap here for Jamaica. They got to use them.
Number 1, Andrew Fong, the captain of Jamaican team, trying to make it big. Pass the ball off to number 9. Number 9, O'Shane Eddy. That's pass the ball. Again, the referee playing on. It did knocked on. It went forward off the leg. So there's number 10 for USA making a big break. That's Tayanosa.
Yep, Tayanosa. Some of these names are very familiar from the IRB7s. Obviously, they're using their top players here. See,
nice break there, and goes in again unopposed, sprinting for the line. No chance of the Jamaican coverage capturing him, and a nice try for USA. Again, you know, we were hoping to see something from Andrew Fong, the number 1, but you know, they're not getting enough ball at all to create anything. And when they do get it, USA have tremendous pressure on them.
Definitely.
And what that's doing is forcing errors, passing errors, and handling errors by Jamaica.
28-0.
Rob, how do you read this Jamaican team? We'll go back to you, Eddie. Here.
Oh, yeah, the USA team, I mean, I mentioned it, you know, they're sharp.
Yeah, I was more concerned about Jamaica, whether they had the opportunity later in the tournament to regroup and perform a little better than they're doing today.
Yeah, like Canada started off earlier with, you know, these teams, they're looking for one thing, you know, first and second place. I would say first place, but, you know, they're looking for only one thing.
Kick off again by USA. Well taken this time by Jamaica, but unfortunately poor handling, and the ball goes into touch.
I think Jamaica is capable of better than that. I don't know why it's just not coming off right now. I feel bad for them because looking wise, they're great athletes. You can see they just need a bit of ball and more skills, and they're just right there.
I think the other point is as well, if you look at this, had they come out to play Guyana or Trinidad and Tobago, get that first game under the belt, but to come out to face the number 1 or 2 team as happened with
here we got an advantage.
Yes.
Here we have an advantage. They didn't back up 10 and USA took a quick tap penalty. Like I mentioned earlier, again, they'll be taking a lot of quick taps, USA, against these teams.
Colin Hawley started that move for USA, and it went to ground, and now they have a ruck of referees right there. He's looking to play advantage. And now he's giving a penalty for not releasing the ball against USA. Nice break for Jamaica. Number 5 with the ball, Orlando Jones.
Oh.
That poor pass again back to USA cover.
Oh, dropped the ball.
I think that was number 8, Halafa Liho. That was
missed opportunity here, knock on right before the line. A little loose with the ball.
Again,
there we see here.
A little late with the ball. Again, the referee judged that the ball went forward.
It's great defense by the Jamaican guy. He just poked the ball out, like they're used to in football for a knock. He just poked it out of his hands right before the line. That's great defense by Jamaica. That's all they've had to do right now. So.
Yeah, they haven't had an opportunity at all to break the line for the USA. There's the USA defense, and again, that combined with, as we said earlier, some errors by Jamaica, and this is their first game.
Jamaica here under pressure here with their own ball.
And again, this is
the
new scrummage law coming into effect again, where the referee sets them and they go down this crouch and pause and set, and that's the invite to engage. So the horn has gone here now for this game, Jamaica USA. And waiting for the referee to decide when the ball might be dead. And referee in goal has indicated that they've gone into dead ball. And the referee's indicated the end of the game. So final score here, 33 points to 0 for USA over Team Jamaica.
Yeah, pretty easy win for the US here. It was expected. We would have liked to have seen Jamaica do a little more.
So that was the final score. We'll be back after this break for our next match, which will be between Bahamas and Canada, which is coming up right away. You're watching NACRA Rugby Sevens Championship on Rogers TV.